What's going on, guys? It's Thursday night and the start of a big weekend of wrestling for us and for everyone else. So much going on, and in the next 4 days, it's incredible, and I'm excited. We are here for the first ever live show of Impact on Access TV. They are having it on Access, of course. If you have that, will be simulcast also on Insiders, on YouTube Insiders, and that's why we're doing a watch along, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do it. So kind of glad that they did that, Jeff, because otherwise we wouldn't be doing anything. Now, one quick note: we are not going to do Multiverse. We're going to do that on a different night, because with everything we've got going on for the weekend, SmackDown tomorrow, the Hall of Fame after, and then WrestleMania the next 2 nights, we have way too much going on. And staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning wouldn't have been very prudent. Jeff's a bit under the weather, so he's plugging through. So it wouldn't have really been prudent to do that. So we will do that on a Sunday. More than likely, when the WrestleMania stuff is done, we'll pick a Sunday when we would have had our show, and we'll do the watch along for that. So yeah, you'll know the results. I get it, but we'll go back and watch it. I know a lot of you that watch all the wrestling will go and watch it prior, which is cool. But for those that don't, and for those that just want to come out to the watch along, you can. But yeah, so we're just going to do that. Otherwise, we would have been exhausted. So so enjoy that tonight if you're going to stay up. I know I saw people in the chat talking about it. It's like 4 a.m. UK time, so a lot of people aren't going to be staying up for that. It's 11 o'clock our time, Eastern time. We'll be going probably until 2. So I'm going to probably turn it on. I don't know if what is that on anyway? That's on Fight, right? Yeah.
It's on
Yeah.
Fight
TV. Yeah, so I mean, I'll probably check it out. But anyway, so we had to change our plans up a little bit. And then obviously tomorrow, we're back here at 7:45 p.m. Eastern time for SmackDown, and then we will have the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony, which we'll do watch-alongs for that. So those that will be tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, same time, both nights, 7:45 for WrestleMania. So all that said, Jeff, it's going to be a big weekend, and I know you're fighting off some stuff, and I know you have what a crappy time to get that. But Jeff's here with us, so that's good. But remember, he's fighting off some colds and sickness and stuff like that. Kind of sucks, dude.
Yeah, it sucks being under the weather like this, and I won't say the word, but people can pick up on what it may be. But yeah, I'm right now. I am just really, really tired and run down and a little congested. So hopefully it's just that and not the other. So just kind of saying my prayers and keeping my fingers crossed there. But yeah, I'm excited about this show. This is new territory for Impact, which is always fun when you see something that hasn't happened. Obviously, trying not to be skeptical, but I'm just really, really hoping that we don't have the typical tech issues. So
yes, that's a good point. Good point. Whenever they try something new with tech stuff, it sometimes doesn't work out that well. Yeah, that's true. I didn't really think about that. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed that we're not just sitting here watching nothing for 2 hours. So we did that once before, if you all remember.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, so Jeff's going to try to plug through. If he has to be off camera every now and then, just understand why. It's hard doing this with stuff he knows and things like that. I've tried to do that on a couple occasions, and it is not easy. So if he's off camera, just you'll understand why. All right, so we've got the BTI match going on right now. It's Jack Price and Brian Myers. Brian Myers outside of the ring right now and looking for a bit of a timeout here. Let me welcome some people in. We've got Will, Rally Sport Rally's here. Multiverse is indeed tonight. Yes. No, it is tonight. It's like I said, it's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's happening Pacific time because they're out near the LA area where everybody else is, and there, of course, it takes place at 8 o'clock. So for us though, here it's 11, and that's one of the reasons why we're not doing the watch along, because it's just going to be too late. So yes, it is. No sleep for James, says Deanna. Definitely a sleep for me because I ain't watching it, not live anyway. Well, there you go. See, James will be doing it, so we'll do the watch along for it, and we can all watch it together at some point. Brandon Davey is here. Going to need a lot of coffee for this weekend. Yes, James. Derek Fleming's here. What's up, Derek? How are you? We've got who else we got going on? We have, who am I missing? My thing froze for a second there. We have Dylan. Hey, Dylan. We've got I said Brandon Davey. WrestleMania is going to be interesting. We have Bonus Baby is here Thursday. Yes. Anthony Slade, a member of the channel. Welcome, Anthony. How are you? Hope you are well.
Hold on, Anthony. I got a little gift for you.
Oh, look at that.
If my sound here will just hurry up. Sorry. Here we go. Come on, sound. There we go.
The soundboard cooperated. There you go. Thank you, Anthony, for being a member. Yes. Brandon Barnes is here. Old men need sleep. Yes, that is true. That is very true. You'll see when you get older. Derek's getting snow. I got like an inch and a half yesterday from that stupid thunder squall storm that came through late last night. It's getting really sickening already. We're going to be in the 60s next week, thankfully. It'll finally get in springtime. James said, my video got 63 views. Nice, man. Congrats. That's awesome. Mark is here. Hey, Mark, how are you? Brandon is here. Been having snow and rain. If it's spring or not, yeah, spring is goofy in March and April. John G is here. We have Bonkers LFC. We have John Kessler. I saw there's going to be a hardcore war between two teams. Yes, that's going to be. Listen, if I don't see Sandman at that, I'm going to be pissed. So I'm hoping Sandman shows up for that one. That's going to be crazy. So I'm pretty excited about that. Dana's here. We've got, and I think we've got everybody. All right. So there you go. I think I've got everybody in. And we will, now we don't have much at all for this. Yeah. No, like nothing much at all.
Not much.
Yeah. We don't really know what's going to go on this. So that's kind of cool. You know, we're going to be in a little bit of a situation where, you know, it's cool because it is like a live show. Like, you know, a lot of times you go into, you know, Raw or into AEW and you don't really know what it's going to be. Sometimes places will spoil it and you'll kind of know a little bit ahead of time, but we really don't know what we're getting. So this is kind of cool. This is uncharted territory. We do know, we have two things. So we're getting Miyu Yamashita's debut on the show, and we're getting Josh Alexander. Now, this is a never-before-seen match. Obviously, people are asking, well, how can that be? Josh is hurt. This is recorded, obviously. So this would be a never-before-seen match between Josh and Kenta. So this is going to be an amazing match. I have no doubt. That's really all we have. We don't really know what's going to go on here. And that's cool. That's cool, Jeff. You know, usually we're talking, you know, about at least 4 or 5 different matches or whatever that we know are going to happen. We don't know what's going to come of this. So it's going to be very interesting. And that Josh and Kenta match should be awesome.
Yeah. It should be. This should be great. And, you know, we say this about Impact often, but many times that we don't get a lot, they have some of their best shows. And look at this. They've even got a different setup starting out. So this is pretty cool.
There you are. That's awesome. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. I have to go here and here. I have to look up my stuff here. And okay, there it is. I got the countdown thing going on. Okay. Let's see. Dude, how did just like an hour ago find out that Leo Rush is replacing Josh Alexander against Kushida? Leo Rush replacing Josh Tanahashi, replacing Ospreay. A couple quality replacements. That'll to do with WrestleMania. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about WrestleMania. I know that it's, you know, there's a ton of news about it. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, that's what we've got. We just have Brian Myers and Jack Price. They're going over the Multiverse card on the YouTube page. And yeah, so we, as well as you, we don't know what's going on. This is going to be a fun show because, again, we're not really sure what we're going to get here. One note, I will tell you that Santino Marella's Cobra is on sale on the Impact Shop. The Cobra is back. On sale in the Impact Shop. If you didn't already see, it's very cool. Obviously, you all know that's kind of neat too, because I didn't really know that they would have had the rights to use that, but I guess because of the rights of the character, they are able to use that, and so that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll see it at some point.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully, he has to use it on somebody. You know.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, dude.
Yeah,
I'm sure they probably are, because why would they put that in the shop all of a sudden out of nowhere?
Right.
So we're more than likely gonna get that at some point. Now, Iceman did report that Mickie James obviously is injured, but she will be at Multiverse United. Not sure in what capacity she's going to be there, what she's going to do. Obviously, she can't wrestle, but she will be there tonight. So, yeah, Santino is on screen. I did see that. He was backstage doing a little segment there. Yeah, Josh is injured, tricep surgery, and Ospreay is injured as well. Mark, what's up, guys? Hoping for a great weekend of wrestling. Yeah, I'm sure we all are. It's just crazy that the news for just stepping away from Impact for a second, but the news for WrestleMania was insane. So much publicity with ESPN, their show First Take with Stephen A. Smith and the other guys there. They had on Nick Khan. And Nick Khan had said, and people are really, really excited to be from this because came out and said there will be several surprises happening at WrestleMania. So we're getting a spam. He's gone. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I was about to.
I got it.
Okay.
But yeah, several surprises. So that's really cool, right? We don't, they were talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin being prepped. There was talk about, you never know. You can get The Rock might show up there. We're in Hollywood, so anything could really happen. They did announce the match cards and what nights when matches will be. So obviously, Cody and Roman is the main event for match night 2 now. There are reports saying that it was supposed to be Cena Theory starting night 1. Well, now that's kind of been backed off a little bit, and they're talking that could be the main event for night 1 instead of starting the show. So it's kind of all over the place now. And the one thing you'll want to notice is there are 6 matches on night 2. I'm sorry, 7 matches on night 2 and 6 on night 1. So some people noticing that 1 is missing. Yeah, just keep that in mind. So I think it's going to be a huge, huge weekend of wrestling, no matter what wrestling you like. I really think that everybody's going to have a blast this weekend, no matter what you're watching. Ring of Honor. I really think that Ring of Honor, Jeff, is going to be really, really good. And I know so many people are saying that that this has to do with Bray Wyatt with Vincent and Dutch. I don't think so. I think they're showing up at Ring of Honor, their old stomping grounds. And I think they might be bringing an ex-Wyatt family member with them in Eric Redbeard. But I think they're going to show up at Ring of Honor. I know so many people were saying it was WWE. I don't think so. I think they're teasing Ring of Honor. They came out with that little thing they were saying called, said Hope Dies. Well,
yeah.
What is Hope, Jeff? But the new ROH, right? It's Hope. It's a new show. It's new to everything. And then they're going to come in and they're going to lay waste to some stuff in there. But that's what I'm going with, Jeff. But I think Ring of Honor might be a sleeper show for this coming weekend.
Yeah, there's so much great wrestling on this weekend.
Yeah.
And we say this often, but if you can't find something to watch and enjoy this weekend, that's a you problem. Because we've got a lot of great wrestling this weekend. So something for everyone. So again, if you can't find something, then don't blame a promotion. Just know that there's a lot of good stuff on. So yeah, I gotta figure out how to watch Ring of Honor, how to fit that in because it's gonna be good. I'm trying to avoid all spoilers and all results being posted. So I'm going to be staying away from some social media over the weekend. So, and in terms of WrestleMania, I would just say, again, it's exciting. I have the feeling that, that even though there's a little buzz now with Cena and Theory, I have the feeling that the Bloodline, the tag match is gonna be night 1 main event.
I would think so too. Because by the way, Jeff, did you see that Bloodline commercial that they did, the movie thing?
Oh my gosh, they have been so great. I mean, the 40-year-old virgin spoof with
Oh my God.
Sheamus and
Yes.
Drew and Ridge Holland and Butch. That was tremendous.
Yes, it was.
These have been so good, and this is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been incredible. And of course, Roman would, of course, do that one because of what they have. But you think I'm funny? Yeah, that was awesome. That was really, really cool. So, but yeah, listen, it's there's so much to get excited for.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of you follow us around that are huge Bray Wyatt fans. I know that you're really, really hoping he's going to be there. We don't know if he will be or not. I will just say this, that if he does end up showing up and it's a surprise and they kept it from everybody, then a tip of the cap to them for doing that. And it will be a huge moment at WrestleMania if that's true, because no one, all we know is he was out, he was ill, we know that, but if they keep this from everybody, then when he comes out, the place is going to explode, and it's going to be really, really, really cool. So there's a lot going on, and it's just going to be a really, really fun weekend, no matter what it is you watch. We have NXT this weekend. There's so many indie shows going on, so much stuff happening this weekend, and we'll be a part of tomorrow with SmackDown, and of course the Hall of Fame tomorrow night after SmackDown, and then the 2 nights of WrestleMania. So just make sure you come out and check it out with us, because you're probably not going to want to miss our reactions to some of this stuff. I know you're not going to want to miss my reaction if the rumors are true about Gangrel. You're not going to want to miss that one. Also, hey, there's rumblings that another member of the Brood might show up as well. Yeah, so that would be a major, major mark out moment. And I will definitely mark out for that. And we saw Demon Balor teased, of course, and so many cool things, that the Bloodline storyline and the women's matches, and just so many cool things going on. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what happens. So it's going to be an awesome weekend. All right. So that said, we got a match going on here. I don't know what this is. It's supposed to be a taped match. Are you getting this too?
Yeah, this is from New Japan Resurgence. Yeah,
okay. Okay, yeah, you are correct.
Back in like 2021 or
yeah, you are correct. Heather's here. Hey, Heather. Lucas is here. What's up? Nick Khan said, yep, I just mentioned that a little bit earlier, that there were multiple surprises. David Paul says going to work soon. One other thing I'm looking forward to Mania is the Edge match. Yeah, me too. I just mentioned that as well. I'm looking forward to that also. Alexa Bliss teasing things. Yeah, in an interview, I saw that earlier today. Buffering, no. You mean on the Impact stuff? I'm not. RK Shuttlesworth from Twitch, hello to you. Okay, that said, well, it's Thursday. What do we do on Thursdays? Well, we do Impact, we do watch-alongs, we also discuss food. So we're going to do that now. We're going to talk a little bit about food and what everybody had to eat. Share it. Let us know. Get everybody hungry, because people pay more attention when they're hungry, right? So get everybody hungry. Let us know what y'all had for dinner tonight, or breakfast or lunch or whatever it is. We don't discriminate against any type of food. Let us know what you had, and get everybody else in the chat hungry, and keep up our tradition that we do every single Thursday night. My wife made barbecue chicken, homemade barbecue sauce for that, and mac and cheese. So chicken and mac and cheese tonight for me. Jeff, did you manage to eat anything? I know when you're sick and you're stuffed up and you're clogged up, a lot of times you don't really want to eat much because you don't get really much of a taste of it. So did you get a chance to eat anything?
No chance to eat any dinner yet, but I will say for lunch, we have this pizza shop that's right by my job, and I had a couple slices today.
Okay.
I got the chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Ooh, I love that. There's a pizza place that makes that around here. It's really good.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah. So good. And pepperoni and sausage.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I had a couple slices for lunch. That was pretty good. But yeah, I haven't had dinner yet, so we'll see.
That's awesome. A chicken McMac. Oh, that's like a Big Mac with chicken? That's cool. I didn't know that existed. I just had to look that up. I
Yeah,
saw it
I
in the
knew it.
chat. I didn't know that existed. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's see what everybody's eating. We've got just in time. I had a hot ham and cheese from Hardee's. I like ham and cheese sandwiches, man.
Oh,
That's
no.
yeah. We don't have any Hardee's around me, but I've had hot ham and cheese sandwiches from other places. Arby's used to make one way back in the day, but they don't anymore. Just a slider. They have the ham and cheese slider. Zeke, not going to stay on here for that. You don't have to worry, Zeke. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We announced that earlier. We're not going to do it. It with Jeff being under the weather. We're not going to. I don't want him staying up until 2:30, 3 in the morning. That's not good. So especially if he wants to do the shows for the rest of the week, if he's feeling up to it. But yeah, we're not going to do it. We're going to pick a Sunday, probably one of the Sundays after Mania that we would have normally do our Sunday show, and we'll do a watch along for it on a Sunday. So, we could always go back and watch it. It's going to be probably cheaper at that point to buy as well, which will be cool to save people some money. But we're gonna go back and do a watch along for it, just one Sunday night. But don't worry about it, no worries. Steve G said a wet burrito. The chicken McMac. How was it? Was it good? Egg and chips with spaghetti. General Sal's, I think you meant chicken and bourbon chicken, says Zeke. Dinner was chicken, tikka masala, and jasmine rice. I like jasmine rice, actually. Turkey sub and curly fries is Brandon. Rice and avocado and banana. That's very healthy. Good evening, Brandon. I'm doing French bread pizza and a mango zero sugar Pepsi. Pasta bake, says Jason Stoffer. Jason Stoffer, a member of the channel. Thank you so much for being a member of our channel, Jason. Yes. For the members of the channel, we did not forget you. I apologize in advance. We've just been so busy with work and everything else. And I know it's hard. Believe me, I wish Jeff and I could be full-time streamers.
Yes.
We really do. Both of us wish that. Unfortunately, we have to work. And because of that, we're not able to get a lot of this stuff together because there's sometimes we have little time. Jeff, of course, spends weekends with his kids, and there's other things we have got going on. But we haven't forgot about you. When Mania comes to an end and and all the stuff starts to calm down a bit, we will get these membership streams and things we promised you going. So hang in there. We appreciate that you have, but we will be getting that stuff going. Jody's
we'll make up for it. We'll make up for it.
Yeah. Jody's had some ideas for Abby's for the membership. So she's going to talk about that and on Abby's window and stuff like that. So stay tuned. We definitely will get that stuff going. So Impact just had a pause on the broadcast. Yeah, I saw it. Says we'll be right back. Well, we don't. They're not going to start till 8:30, so it's all good. Alicia says had cheese and chips with cod. And what happens if the mystery opponent is some form of Bray Wyatt? Whose mystery opponent are you talking about?
Oh, she's talking about maybe a match for Bobby.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking if Bray is ready to go, my guess would be, or my theory would be, is that there's an attack of Bobby during the Andre Battle Royal that someone costs him. Now, I don't think it will be Bray. I think it could be Howdy. Maybe Uncle Howdy comes out and costs him. Remember the last time we saw him, Bobby kind of beat him up. So I think it may be Howdy that appears, causes something to happen where it costs him the loss in that. And then you will maybe see Bray, and maybe it's Funhouse Bray. Maybe they have a little Funhouse ready to go, and he'll come up on the screen and say he's ready for WrestleMania and so on and so forth. Some people are saying The Fiend.
Wowie!
That'd be cool, right? Some people are saying The Fiend, but they're not going to give that away on SmackDown. That is something that big that they know a lot of people are interested in is going to happen at WrestleMania. So if that's going to happen, it's going to take place there. Now, what Alexa could be teasing, who knows? But remember, Alexa was the last one to be with him on a WrestleMania, The Fiend, right? She betrayed him, that whole thing with the black blood and the crown. And, so maybe she's going to usher him back in during Mania. I don't know. It's just speculation going on for now. We don't even know if he's going to wrestle or can. We don't know if he's been cleared. So we have no idea. But that's how I can envision it happening. If they're going to do something, and it's going to be with Bobby, I think that they could also even just maybe build up a story to go forward with it as well, and maybe not do anything at Mania. We don't know. We don't know. But you know what?
Could just get a tease or something. We don't.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, honestly, though, is that we don't know.
Right.
And to be honest, I don't want to know until the day of. Like,
right.
I just don't. I don't want to know until it happens.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yep. You don't think that they know that the dirt sheets spoil a lot of this stuff, and they may want to just be keeping this away from them? You know, I think that that's awesome if they're going to do that on purpose. So the feed for Impact is on the usual YouTube channel, Alicia. I'm watching it right now. They're showing the match from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Multiverse United on this special live edition of Impact, live March 30th, 8 p.m. is the title of the video. So it's on the normal membership, on the Insiders membership. If you go over to the membership part. So I'm not seeing. Heather, you're saying a technical difficulty. I'm not seeing that either. Jeff and I are both seeing the match right now. So same place you would normally watch Impact. So the mystery lucky man is here. Hello to you. Conrad is here. What's up, Conrad? Chicken, roast potatoes, and vegetables, says Bonkers. Mine is showing commercials, says Chris. Remember, if you're watching along on Access, you're going to see different stuff. You're going to see commercials and things like that. In fact, I don't know what they're going to do with that, Jeff, because they're going to have commercials on Access TV. So I don't know what they're going to do for commercials on YouTube. They'll have to go.
I think we'll get what we just got, something like that.
Well, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Steve G is here, saying I'm working my 7th day in a row tomorrow. Got the whole weekend off. Thank goodness. What a relief. I couldn't stay up that late either. Yeah, no, it would have been too much. Ready for Mania, going to Hollywood? Yes, we are. Got pizza in for a Saturday night for NXT Stand to Deliver. Nice. Save Bray for Mania. Yeah, I would think so. Apparently they got the Funhouse set up at Access with the real life puppets. We'll see, man. I like Jeff was saying, at this point, I'm better off not knowing. I, at this point, want to be surprised. Imagine how cool it'll be as if something happens and there's a big surprise and we just did not see it coming. I think that's awesome. Do you know what venue this is? Where Impact is tonight? It's out west somewhere because they're all in the same vicinity of where Mania is. I do not know off the top of my head, though. Maybe someone in the chat can find out. I don't know where this is being held, but I know it's on the West Coast somewhere because they have Multiverse right after. So wherever this is has to be close, unless they're not going to have the same people wrestling on this show here as they are going to be at Multiverse, which could be. But I'd imagine it'll be in the same, probably in the same vicinity. They're selling Fiend Mask at the Mania store as well. Maybe Bobby does an open challenge and Randy. I don't know. Everybody's talking about Randy Orton. I don't see that either. I don't see that. There's some things that people are saying. Randy Orton's a big one. I don't think he's ready to wrestle, guys. He had major back surgery. Major back surgery. I don't know that he's going to be ready. He maybe will be there, maybe just to see him. I don't think he's going to be challenging anyone for quite a while. And the whole Jay White stuff, I don't want to bust anybody's bubble, but I don't think he's going to be there either. I think that kind of stuff is stuff that they will save for a Raw or a SmackDown after Mania going forward, because you might see some surprises like Nick Khan said, but I think those are going to be more, maybe people who just show up, celebrities or other wrestlers, maybe like I said, like The Rock or something like that. I think maybe that's what you might see with the surprise stuff. But the wrestlers, though, there's no build-up, there's no story, there's no any of that for any new wrestler to come back to and all of a sudden just go into a program right away, because it wouldn't make a lot of sense. If Orton would come out, you would think it would be coming out after the Bloodline, right? Because the Bloodline was what did away with him when we last saw him. So that would, I guess, maybe make a little sense if they did that, but I don't know. I don't know. And again, going back to the whole thing before, I just want to be surprised by it. Whatever it happens to be. I just want to be surprised by it.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't even been guessing, and I've been trying not to look at what other people are saying
right,
in terms of who could possibly show up, because not saying that it was spoiled for me, because it was still a great moment.
right,
But I was even a little mad at myself last year for looking into all the stuff with Cody and showing up. If I had not known and he just popped up like that,
yeah.
then it would have been awesome. But it was still awesome. But I just wish sometimes that things could remain a surprise.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's very old school mentality in a way, because we didn't have all the social media stuff. We didn't
Right.
know what was going to happen. So everything was a surprise. So we don't always need to know. And sometimes surprises are wonderful things. And so whatever they have cooked up, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, oh, that's okay too. But like I said, I just for this weekend anyway, I would take it almost like a major movie premiere that you don't want spoiled. I would turn off the socials. I would unplug for the weekend. Get away from it. And don't spoil it for yourself. This is going to be Dirt Sheet Central this weekend. They are going to be out there putting out this and putting out that, because this is their big time of the year. This is when they get the clicks. This is when they get the subs. This is when they do that. This is like their big party time, because they're going to be putting out theories for everything. Stay away from it. If you really want to experience wrestling and have fun, like we did in the time before all of this stuff, stay away from it. Unplug. Get away from the socials for a weekend. You won't be sorry, because then you'll be surprised with what happens, and it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. So Jeff's 100% right. Killed me that Lance lost. Did most of the work in that match, but I love Tana too, so I guess it was okay. Yeah, like Jeff was saying, this is probably what we're going to get during commercials right here. What we're getting now, where it says "We'll be back" or "We'll be right back." Impact Wrestling. So they're at the Globe Theater tonight. Okay, thank you, Steve G. Let's see. We have 1-900. Yeah, the 1-900 hotlines to call for 79 cents a minute or 99 cents a minute. Yeah, we did.
I'll never forget. I told my mom one time that I was going to call, and she said, "I wish you would."
Yeah.
And she said some other things too, but she just said, I wish you would. I wish you would run my phone bill up and call that."
Yeah, I did that once, and boy, did I! Yep, that was not a good thing. My father was not at all happy when he got that bill. So, yeah, but that was how we did it. We didn't have all this stuff. So, and it was, like I said, it was just more fun, man. When you're sitting there and watching a show, and you're going from match to match, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to come out on top, and you're watching it anxiously, thinking, what you don't really know what's going to go on. And it's so cool to do. It makes everything so much more fun. You enjoy it so much more. So, like I said, man, if you can do it, I know some people just can't, but if you can do it, this is the weekend to do it. Turn all of it off. Turn all of it off. Stay away from these dirt sheets. I'd probably say 75% or more, they are wrong. Just flat out wrong. I did a little experiment. There was a dirt sheet that said, "Oh, we're going to get QR codes and we're going to get stuff on Raw." Yeah, that didn't happen. None of that happened. But it was out there. And I don't need to say who it was, what it was. I don't even remember. But someone was saying it, and it didn't happen. So stay away from it. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it so much more. You really will. Be surprised. Be surprised. It's like going into a movie that you really want to see. Be surprised, and when it happens, it's just, oh my God, the feeling is just so much better. I was scared when Jeff said it.
I was scared recalling that memory.
I would bet you were. People's attention spans are so short nowadays; they just want results and spoilers. Now, yeah, it's no. I call it the Veruca Salt syndrome. Don't care how, I want it now. And if you know what that's from, it's Willy Wonka. But yeah, it absolutely is. And it just ruins stuff. It really ruins stuff. And it's, and they make a living off of that. And think about that. They're making a living off of ruining people's good times and playing into that Veruca Salt stuff. It sucks. So there's enough wrestling distractions this weekend. Trust me. Yes. Yeah. There's so much going on. Next year, the WrestleMania is in Philly. And man, oh man, I am, I don't know, Jeff.
Hey,
Jeff and I are both pretty close to Philly. So
we are. I'm telling you, somehow, some way, something's got to happen. And being this close, I mean, it's basically in the backyard. So
who knows, man? Maybe next year the insiders will have a gathering and go live from the scene.
Yeah.
Of a WrestleMania. How amazing would that be? Yeah, that'd be awesome. So who knows? It's a year away. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, who knows, man? It could be the only time that I might ever get to see one in my lifetime, because I'm not certainly going to be paying for plane tickets and all that other stuff to go and fly to see one, because it costs enough just for going to the show alone. So, some podcasts on YouTube do the same thing. I saw one yesterday that Nick Khan wants to get rid of Peacock. Didn't read the dirt sheets, or don't read the dirt sheets. My Cubs won today. Baseball season started today, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I saw Aaron Judge for the Yankees started the season off with a home run. First at bat home run. So got to make that trip, says Derek. I may have to go and get a cheesesteak, says Conrad. Yeah, from oh god, Tony Luke's. Yeah, Tony Luke, and what's the other one? Geno's. Yeah, Geno's. They're both on the same block. They're like, we're literally right across the street from one another. If Peacock does go back to a traditional pay-per-view, then you have to pay an extra pay-per-view fee. I'm out. Japan started doing it. Not happy. Gia Miller is here, and we're getting started. Rocky Romero is here. Coming from someone who's been in WrestleMania 25, it's amazing to see in person now, I'm sure. Yeah, there are some people that are in our community that are going. Rocky says it's a historic night. Of course, you're talking about Multiverse. Mr. Sports, my Tigers lost to the Rays today. Oh my gosh. It's a long season.
long season.
Long season, man. Baseball goes on for what seems like forever. Gia is stunning, says James Chadwick. Rocky. This really reminds me of like an old school show, Jeff, doesn't it? With them behind the table and everything like that.
Yeah. I like the setup here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Reminds me of when we used to watch Bobby the Brain Heenan grill a monsoon at the desk.
Yeah.
Cutting out some of the shows. Oh my god, that's amazing. In Philly, I would love to see Triple H do night 1 at the Link, night 2 at CBP, and Raw at Wells Fargo. Yeah, they could. Well, I think they're going to do both nights at the Link. That the Field is usually what will be both nights, but yeah, I'm sure Wells Fargo could be Monday.
That's an interesting question, Brandon. Where would you like any city yet to be held? Would you want a future WrestleMania? Here's what I would say. I don't know if it's ever been held there. I don't think so. But Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the home of wrestling, right?
Yeah, especially like Crockett in Yeah, I mean, I would love to see something in the Carolinas, selfishly, obviously, because that's where I'm from. But if it were ever in Charlotte, I would go back. I would go to that for sure.
James Chadwick, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say London. I think that they deserve a WrestleMania over there. You saw that Clash at the Castle and what they got there, and it would be an amazing arena for a WrestleMania. So absolutely, I totally agree with you. I think you deserve a WrestleMania over there. So yeah, would be an amazing crowd. They'd get people from all over to come to that. And you don't just have states like in the United States. You've got countries that would want to go to that, that are in the vicinity. So yeah, that's a definite. I think that has to happen. I want to see a wrestling pay-per-view in Australia.
Ooh.
I want to see a pay-per-view in Australia. They have some really cool stadiums there. I've seen like some rock bands and stuff play over there, and they have some really cool stadiums. I think that would be cool to have a WrestleMania, or not a WrestleMania, but just a wrestling pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view in Australia. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We've got Suzuki. That was highlights of Suzuki. We've got next year will be crazy for all of us. Mania being in Philly. This year, the team I work for was in Kansas for Nationals. We found out a few days ago National would be in Richmond, Virginia, which is very close. DWW Down Wrestling says Vancouver, British Columbia, and Canada. Okay, yeah. Canada's very rich with wrestling history. Why not?
Yes.
Call it the Thunder Down Under. There you go.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a WCW show.
It kind of does. It kind of does. Could just see the big weird logo with the lightning and stuff like that. Like they used to do all that big production. Yeah, that'd be cool. Kenta and Murder Grandpa. Wish I could see that. I would say Minneapolis, Nashville, or DC as future sites. Yeah, Minnesota. The big stadium there. Of course, the new stadium. Yeah. Nashville. Nashville's a big wrestling town as well. Washington, D.C.
All right, Joe, I got to ask this question to you and to the chat. So with WrestleMania, is it okay if it's in a dome stadium, or would you prefer it outside in the elements? What do you prefer? Because me personally, I'd love it if it were in a dome. It doesn't matter. I mean, to me, but I get people liking the stadium experience, especially seeing it happen in a stadium that's outside.
Yeah, I've liked watching some outdoor ones, but the dome ones are great too. I mean, a lot of the biggest ones we've ever seen as far as crowds are concerned have been in domes. And the acoustics and the sound and everything is amazing in dome stadiums. So I could certainly go either way with that. I think the outdoor stuff is kind of cool, but you do always have some concerns. There could be weather that could impact that. There could be a lot of things that may happen. In fact, the one in Philly next year could be a little cold. You never know. We've gotten snow in this area in April, so wouldn't that be interesting? In that stadium, that's an outdoor stadium, so it'd be interesting if you go and you get a little bit of snow outside and they're inside. They couldn't wrestle because they'd be getting icy inside of the ring. They wouldn't be able to, they'd have to delay it or whatever. But yeah, you just never know what you're gonna get. Philly doesn't tend to get as much snow as we do where we are in the mountains, but you never know. You can get a few flakes flying in the air. So
Joe, I can hear it. I can hear it now. If it starts to snow next year, you're gonna have some genius on the internet that says, "Well, Sting is returning now because it's snowing."
It's Sting! Yeah, that would be really funny. That would be really funny. I don't know how this is going to go. We're getting, it seems just like a lot of talking, a lot of previewing for Multiverse. So maybe that's how this is going to happen. We might not be actually getting a whole lot of matches. So we went into this really not knowing what it was going to be.
We might not get a match until the second hour. It just has almost like a preview show for Multiverse.
Yeah, it could very well be, because if they're all prepping, if all the wrestlers are there prepping for Multiverse, they're certainly not going to be on here wrestling as well. So they might be treating this like a pre-show.
Yeah.
Where Jeff was saying, we're going to get that one match, that Josh Alexander match that was taped another time. They may use this as just a pre-show, and we may just get maybe one match or a couple matches at the very tail end. Yeah. So well, that's okay. We'll just chat. If that's going to be the case, if they're going to be doing just a lot of interviews and promos and things like that, we'll just chat. So I've gotten snow in May. That would be the year it snows 4 feet in Philadelphia. Good Lord. What do we think about the Bryan Danielson heel turn? I saw clips of it. Interesting. That'll be a great match. Danielson and Kenny Omega for sure.
Yeah.
The fact that he went back to the Blackpool Combat Clubs, I was cool because he was saying he was going home, right? So his home is the Blackpool Combat Club. So yeah, I'm okay with that. And yeah, it was cool. I think that the match will be amazing. And between those two, I'm looking forward to it. Bryan Danielson, two of the best. So I don't know. Did you see it, Jeff?
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces. I caught mostly clips last night, and then I tried to watch a little bit earlier today, but my typical catch-up time on AEW got interrupted. So, but yeah, from what I saw, I really like it. I mean, James said it was good despite seeing it coming a mile away. I mean, it's something that I feel like was being set up, and I kind of anticipated it, but it's cool to see it. And honestly, I'm down for Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. Give me that, please. I'm good with that. And Blackpool Combat Club against the Elite. Like that's I want to see it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'd almost, we're watching this. We'll be right back now. And I got to tell you, I'm actually more happy we're watching this than the commercials they put on Access TV, to be honest. So I'm much better watching this black screen. Let's see. How's everyone tonight? Hey, Aaron, how are you? Outside for sure, but when they were at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it was 6 hours and it poured. Yeah, rain would suck, and especially during outdoors, no doubt. 3 announced matches for this show. Okay. Yeah, it was good despite seeing it coming a mile away. The fact that you mentioned about the snow in Philly occurred to me that WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl in the NFL, meaning the Super Bowl is generally held in warm weather area. I feel like WrestleMania is like, they had WrestleMania in New York in Giant Stadium, so not necessarily. But usually the cities in the East Coast, like New York and Boston and Philly and places like that, don't tend to get big snow in April. It doesn't happen often. It could, but it doesn't happen often. So, spoilers, I don't see it on TV until tomorrow. Blackpool Combat was running roughshod over everyone. Had me thinking Daniel Bryan was going to join the Elite. In the words of Batista, give me what I want. Speaking of Batista, and Jeff actually recommended this to me. Knock at the Cabin. Phenomenal.
Great.
Phenomenal. Yeah, honestly, M. Night Shyamalan, one of his best movies in forever. He's done some great stuff over his career, but these kind of been hit or miss lately. But this one was tremendous. And Batista, oh my gosh, that man can act. He really can, and he showed his acting chops in this film. So if you haven't watched it, it's on Peacock now. Most of you should have it because Peacock is, of course, where you find WrestleMania. So check it out. It really, really worth the watch. It was really good.
Yeah,
really good.
He is such a tremendous actor, and that's why I said what I said. Dave Bautista is the best wrestler turned actor that's going.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
Yeah,
don't come at me if you're a fan of The Rock or John Cena. I don't want the smoke. I'm just saying what I'm saying because that performance was tremendous.
Those guys all kind of get typecast into certain roles.
Yeah.
The Rock and John Cena, both action film guys, but this performance by Bautista in this film, so much emotion and like so much like you kind of expected going in that you think you know what he's going to be, but it's not. Of course, the M. Night Shyamalan twist, but tremendous. It was really tremendous. Go watch it. It's really, really, really good. Fred Prosser says James
Prosser.
Oh,
I was getting Prosser. Do you remember him, Joe?
Fred Rosser. I do
he
not.
He was just on screen. Primetime Players. He was with Titus.
Oh, PTP. Yeah, okay. Is that who that was? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Damn, I haven't seen. Yeah, okay. We're talking about the Bullet Club. Yeah, this is looking like this is just going to be a it's just kind of a promo show, I guess. So, but it's all good. This is Against All Odds from 2021. They're doing a little bit of history for the current champions, the Bullet Club. Mr. No Days Off. Yes. Not the Miz. You're talking about actors. No, I what was he in? The Marine? I think he was in it. Was he in the Marine? One of the Marine movies?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was. Do you think we might get Street Profits turning after WrestleMania? I don't know. I'd like to see them split and do some solo work. Montez Ford's amazing. So I would like to see that. And maybe it's time. I don't know if they'll turn on each other. I don't know how they're going to plan it, but I think they both deserve some singles time. There's really, and Jeff, you can tell me whether you agree with me. I don't really think there's anywhere for them to go. They've already lost to the New Day. They've lost to the current tag team champs, the Usos. If Kevin Owens and Sammy win, which most people think that's going to be the case, I don't know if they'd be having a program with them being the way they are right now. They're heels. You could do, or faces. You could do that, but I don't know, Jeff. I think it might be time for the Street Profits to do the solo thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see them split up because I think they're so great together.
Right.
So maybe they try to turn them heel just to get a little more juice out of the tag team run.
Right.
But I think that we've seen enough of them as singles in singles competition over the last several months that maybe they're starting to try to plant the seeds that you need to get used to seeing this because they're not going to be a team. But let's see if they try to do a heel turn to kind of revive them a little bit, because I think at this point, if you keep them the same, there's nothing else, because they've lost the opportunity at the titles quite a few times, and I just feel like they need a change. But I love them. Don't want to see them split up, but I could see it if they do.
Yeah, agreed. Bautista's a very good actor, potentially could be an award-winning actor in the future. If he continues to do it, yeah, absolutely. And to think he started, the big place everybody knows him for is playing Drax on Guardians of the Galaxy. So, and he hardly didn't have many lines. He's mostly, but even there, he was good. He has a low-key, very funny part that he plays where he's very serious, but he's funny at the same time. So you know what? I guess we'll just this is going to be a promo show. So you know what? We'll just chat. If you guys have any questions for us, we'll talk about pretty much whatever you want to talk about. They're just going to pretty much preview Multiverse here. So when we get to the matches, of course, we'll pay a little more attention, but we could talk about whatever you guys want. We'll just kind of chat tonight. Jeff is right. The Rock and John Cena are bigger action stars, but not better actors. Darren Young. Okay, that's it. I recognize the smile. Liar, no, for me, it's Triple H, Blade Trinity. Yeah, Triple H was good in Blade Trinity. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah,
I'll tell you another movie that The Rock was really, really good in it, and I'm trying to think of the name. Gosh, it's the movie. It's the sequel to Get Shorty. You know
Oh,
what I'm talking about? I'm gonna look it up right
yeah.
now.
Go ahead, look it up. You know what I liked him in? The remake of Walking Tall.
Yeah,
I like
that
The
was
Rock
good.
in that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked him in that. Um,
yeah.
Where's Impact? LOL. Well, this is what they're gonna do. This is just a preview show, Derek. I think. Jeff, what is Glass Onion? Never heard of it.
It's the sequel to Knives Out.
Oh yeah, that's right. The one that the Ryan Johnson does. The movies that the stuff that Ryan Johnson does.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan is the best actor. Thunders in Paradise, Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, and Rocky. Yeah, Thunder Lips.
You mean old Thunder Lips
Thunder
himself?
Lips. Thunder. Oh my God! What was his one line in that movie? And I forgot about it. It was funny. I can't remember what he said to Rocky. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. In my opinion, with Bianca and Montez Ford having a Hulu series soon, I don't see them turning heel. No holds barred. Yeah, let's not forget the one with Zeus.
Oh man.
The one with Zeus. Oh God,
Rest in peace, Tiny
Yes.
Lister.
Yes, yeah, that whole feud with Zeus and Hogan. I was watching through that, and even then, seeing as how they used that basically as a promo for the movie. Just out of nowhere, these two starting to and they basically had Zeus like a beast, or he was just destroying Hogan every chance he got. So that was definitely that was a preview of what things kind of happen now, where they almost merchandise matches. And I guess if you want to look at it, what Bray did with LA Knight was a merchandise match by Mountain Dew. So way back in the day, they did that kind of thing too. And that's really what that was. It was a feud created on wrestling TV to basically lead up to a movie. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Back then they did stuff like that.
And the name of that movie, the sequel to Get Shorty, is Be Cool.
Oh yes.
And it's such a great movie, and The Rock is so awesome in it. But it's got John Travolta and Uma Thurman and Vince Vaughn, Cedric the Entertainer. It's funny. Andre Benjamin is a great movie. They're showing Jody again.
Yes, they are. Jody threats.
I promise I won't mark out as hard as I did last week.
This is pretty exciting, man, that Jody Threat is coming. Has Mickey found a doctor for her injury, asking for a friend? I know a guy. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not going there. The Scorpion King. The Rock was in that movie with John Travolta, and The Rock was great. I enjoyed Walking Tall and Welcome to the Jungle.
I'm gonna make people mad right now, Joe. I'm gonna make people mad. I'm gonna bring his name up on a Thursday night. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Bill Goldberg. The acting chops that it takes to play a killer Santa Claus.
Killer Santa. Yeah.
I'm joking.
Santa with muscles.
Let me put myself on camera so people can see me smiling. I'm joking.
He's joking. Yes.
Having fun.
He's joking. Knock in the Cabin is it's not a full-blown horror film. It's more suspense than anything. Like if you've seen Signs that Shyamalan did years ago, it's kind of similar to Signs, but a much different premise, but similar in some ways. So it's more like suspense. There are some horrific things that happen in it. So if you want to consider it from that, then but I wouldn't say it's a full-blown horror film. No. More, like I said, more suspense and stuff than horror. So if you're not a big horror fan, you'll probably enjoy it. So I'd rather if they put on a normal Impact show than this, to be honest. Barry, I think they just can't, because remember, they're doing Multiverse tonight, and Multiverse is going to happen in 3 hours time, or 2 hours time. We're coming up at 9 o'clock, so 2 hours time, where most of the athletes are going to be wrestling there, so they can't. And speaking of Mickie James, here she is.
There she is. Yeah, I think this is serving as their kind of pre-show to go into Multiverse, because I think a couple things. One, they see this as an opportunity to build momentum,
Right.
because they had a ton of it, and then last week, obviously with the injuries, it's been tough. So,
Right.
so they're trying to build that momentum and get more people interested in Multiverse.
Yes.
Because one thing I can say, not a lot of people watch New Japan, not because they don't want to, but because sometimes it's just difficult for them in their schedule.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity to be introduced to a little more New Japan. If you notice, they're showing quite a few New Japan spots during this hour. So
Pro Wrestling Illustrated, available online tomorrow. Newsstands April 18th. That's crazy that still is released today. That's pretty cool. One of the magazines I always read. Look at that cover. Stronger, faster, better than ever. Impact's Knockouts division.
There we go. They're
Love
getting
it.
the recognition. Good.
Love it. Love it. On the cover of the most famous wrestling magazine that's out there, and also one of the longest running wrestling publications ever. So that's amazing. That is amazing. We say it all the time. Give the Knockouts their respect and Impact. They are amazing. And I mean, look at all, they're showing them all here. Deanna, Giselle Shaw, Mia Yim, of course, when she was here. Mia, of course, is in WWE, but they are absolutely amazing. And I say it all the time. We put them up against anyone. Masha Slamovich, Killer Kelly, so many more. Tasha Steeles, of course, returned this past Thursday. So they are an amazing Knockouts division. Amazing. RIP Tiny. What big announcement do you see Tony Khan making next Wednesday on Dynamite? Oh, did he announce a big announcement? I have no idea.
Yep, he did.
No idea. My typing. RIP Zeus. Yes. Hogan said the Ultimate Male versus the Ultimate Male against the Ultimate Meatball. Oh, yeah, that's classic. Classic. Miyu Yamashita against Killer Kelly.
All
Here
right.
we go.
That'll get you.
That'll get the blood flowing.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. That's so funny. The Ultimate Male against the Ultimate Meatball. The Big Show and Jingle All the Way. Yes. Yes. I'm hyped and excited for Jody Threat coming to Impact. Yeah, we are too. Just makes a great women's division even better. Fun fact, I think you meant to say, Adam Pearce auditioned to be TNA Impact Wrestling Superstar for Gut Check back in 2013 during Hogan era. So TNA had him first before WWE. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Here we go. It is Killer Kelly on the way down to the ring.
This should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, really. One of Tazzy's favorites on Impact Wrestling. We haven't seen Tazzy in a while. He will be doing NXT, so make sure you join him for NXT on Saturday. What's up, Brian Coleman? Been a long time since I've been here. I've not forgotten about you. Said, it's all good, man. We all have stuff going on in life. Yeah, just glad you can make it. Gold turd. Anything goes. Grega John says, hi, what's up with you? How are you? Check out the PWI issue. I'm getting that. Yeah. I'm going to be interested to read that myself, actually. So here you go. Killer Kelly. Miyu Yamashita doesn't know what to make of Killer Kelly. He's kind of Killer Kelly chance.
James deserves a
giggity.
Killer Kelly versus Marina Shafir on GCW Bloodsport tonight, too. Wow, doing double duty. Okay. A lot of these wrestlers will do that. A lot of them will, wrestle on their show, and then they'll go and do some indie stuff and things like that. So, wow, that's awesome. We've got a match. We do. Anyone know how old Miyu is? I do not, but I'm sure someone could look it up. Had to leave the Vancouver show I was at right away to make it for this taping. You think the big announcements, FTR's re-signed with AEW? Kevin Nash talking about his nipples on The Longest Yard. That was pretty funny. Yeah, that's a good movie too. Killer Kelly can dominate me any.
That's why he got the Giggity Award.
Giggity. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of these wrestlers, when they're done tonight, like Impact, for the most part, will be done for the weekend after tonight. So a lot of them may end up at some of the indie shows as well. So might see some more of these people over the weekend. Wow. Kelly went for a kickback and missed. Mike Bailey is wrestling like 5 or 6 times this weekend. Yeah, Speedball has a busy weekend. Killer Kelly can't believe it. She's stunned. She's smiling though. Killer Kelly, man, she just loves punishment.
Yeah.
Look at that. You see that? Tazzy would have loved that one.
Yeah. Would have had to play this for Tazzy.
Yeah.
Giggity.
He would have loved that one. Bloodsport's been on for 2 hours already. Some of the wrestlers are going to be tired of it. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. It's a big weekend for all of wrestling, really. It really is. Miyu is really dominating here so far. Not that Killer Kelly's minding it that much. Still confused about the multiverse. When they talk about Impact versus New Japan, which side of New Japan are they talking about? Because I know that New Japan does several shows, the Strong and USA show. I always get those mixed up. It's a good question. I think what is that? Is it a combination, Jeff, that they're doing, or is it just one of the shows?
Mostly Strong.
Okay, so New Japan Strong.
That's the logo that's on the advertisement as the New Japan Strong logo. But maybe it'll be a combination.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels said he's got to stay up in media call. Killer Kelly still with that smile on her face. Oh, man. She just teed off. What a kick there from Killer Kelly. Goes for the... No. Looked like she... Yeah, very nonchalant cover. Now she's got her by the hair. Just right hands in the face. Remember, this is live. Most of the time when we watch this show, these matches are taped. So they're pre-taped ahead of time. So this is actually coming to you live right now. That guy in the front looks like the Tiger King. Did you see him with the long blonde hair?
Yeah.
Tiger King's there. Roxanne's wrestling Saturday. She is. Ooh, man, nice kick in the knee to the back. Here she comes with a sling blade. She's got Killer Kelly basically upside down. 2. No, she kicks out at 2.
I'm getting people sending me stuff that's being posted about WrestleMania.
No, don't do that.
Not spoil. No, not
Oh,
spoilers.
okay.
Just the Alexa Bliss stuff.
Oh, okay. Holy crap. The Celtics are beating the Bucks by like 39 points. Damn.
Wow.
100-61? Jeez. Are the Bucks all playing? The heck's going on here? Yeah, Giannis is playing. Drew Holiday. Holy cow.
Sounds like that Albany Patroons game that I went to over the weekend. When we left, it was 100-52.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He's got the NWO thing too. Saw that on NXT. Said Brandon, is Naito scheduled to wrestle on this show? I don't think we got anything really on this scheduled here. That the only thing we have is that Josh Alexander match that we're going to see.
Yeah.
Let's go, Kelly Chance. Nice takedown. Take over there. Nice reversal.
Oh, I can update my my food now.
Hey, there you go.
So I have some jerk barbecue wings.
Ooh.
And fries.
There you go. They'll open your sinuses a little.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Killer Kelly down and out on both women, actually down on the mat. Hearing somebody yelling, mew, like a cat. Mew. Maybe that's Tiger King. It might be Tiger King. He's standing up now. Somebody's really cheering for Miyu. Share those wings, sir, says Derek. He's going to virtually share them.
Yes. And by share them, Joe means that I'm going to devour them.
Yes. He's going to eat every bit of it. And then he's going to come back on camera licking his fingers when he's done, just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Kelly rolling out of the ring now. Miyu down on the floor, and Kelly with a big shot. Now both women just going back and forth here with shots to the jaw. Knee to Killer Kelly. Now Killer Kelly bringing her right back over to the nope reversal. Head off of the ring apron. Here she comes up and oh, what a kick that was from Miyu. Yamashita. She goes back up to and looks to Killer Kelly just face planted her into the ring apron. Here she comes. And a huge kick, and down she goes. Yeah. Kelly Chance starting back up again. Jerk barbecue, Brandon. Where's mine, Jeff? Says Alicia. Chicken, obviously, says James Chadwick. Yes, chicken wings, yes. I think they're showing a Will Ospreay versus Homicide match, says RK Shuttlesworth. Okay. Now let's see what she's got set up here. She's got her up and down, hooks the leg into a bridge. 2, no. Nice move there. Tried to for the cover with that bridge. Kelly can't believe she kicked out of that. This is a fantastic match, Sean Kessler. Yeah, I agree. It's very good. Yeah. Jeff, in Iceland here, it's a frozen food supermarket. We can get pancake-covered chicken wings. Damn. That sounds really good. The Tiger King look. I know, I said the same thing. Oh, man. Oh, look out. Oh, that has to do it. Yep, she tapped. Did she tap her? I thought she tapped out.
Yeah, it looked like she tapped out.
No, she reversed it. I don't know. I thought she had her tapped. No. It's like a
Ooh.
German suplex that she went into here. Is Miyu going to win her debut? Let's see. Crowd now chanting Miyu. Oh, man. Right to the side of the head. And Kelly might be out. 2, 3. Wow. Miyu wins.
That's a strong debut.
That certainly is. To beat Killer Kelly. Wow. ROH just started. Is that tonight? I didn't think that was tonight. I thought it was tomorrow.
Their weekly show is tonight.
Bonkers, if you're watching, let us know if there's any sign of or any tease for Vincent and Dutch. So let us know if there's any kind of a tease, because I'm telling you, I still think they're going to show up there. Josh Alexander and Kenta is coming up, and we'll be right back, says Impact. What else? What are you guys looking forward to? I mean, let us know. What are you really looking forward to? Obviously, WrestleMania, everybody, yes. If you're going to say WrestleMania, let me know what match you're most looking forward to on WrestleMania. And if it's other shows, what are you most looking forward to besides Mania? If there is, like I said, if it's Mania, let me know what match. If it's besides Mania, let us know what other stuff you're looking really forward to for the weekend. The normal ROH episode is tonight. Super Card of Honor is tomorrow. Okay. Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. Yes. Wrestling after wrestling after wrestling after. Yes, Brandon. Yes. So much. It's biggest week. It's like wrestling Christmas. It really is. Brandon Davies saying Dom versus Ray. Do you all think it's going to go like this? Here's how I envision that match happening. I do think Dom will do something to Ray at the Hall of Fame. I don't think it will be during his induction. Maybe it will. I think it will be something maybe backstage where he will attack Ray to build up even more heel heat for him. And then the two of them, of course, wrestle. I think, now I don't know, this would be very, very, very ballsy. And some people would even say lack of respect. But I could envision. Yes, Brandon, you just took the words right out of my mouth. Dom entering the ring in a lowrider with Rhea Ripley. The heat that he would get would be nuclear. Nuclear. And I also think, though, and I don't know if a lot of you are going to agree with me here, but I also think that Ray will put over his son, and I think this might be the last match for Rey Mysterio. I think it could be his final match. And I do think he's going to put over his son. So people are saying, oh my God, why would he do that? Why would he lose his final match? Think about it. What better way to go out of wrestling than to put over your child who's going to go on to have a career in the sport? So what better way to go out for any father of anyone? It would be like Dusty having a match against Cody, or, you know, any other situation you could look at. But yeah, I would think that might happen. I would think that might happen. So we'll see how it plays out. But that should be very interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Charlotte beating Rhea. James been saying that all week with Eddie's music. Everyone loses their last match except if you're Taker. I think Ray said that just because he's going into the Hall of Fame does not mean he's retiring. WrestleMania matches Heather's looking forward to. Edge versus Finn. Oh, God, me too. Asuka versus Belair. Rhea versus Charlotte. Sammy and KO versus the Usos. And obviously Cody versus Cody versus Roman. Cody versus Kenny would be interesting. Imagine if that happened.
That'd be a heck of a shocker.
That would be a very big shocker if Kenny Omega showed up at Mania. I get you. I know who you're mentioning. Jeff, what are you? I mean, what's a sleeper you're looking forward to for the weekend? What are some of the things you're really looking forward to for this weekend? Could be anything. If it's Mania, what matches are you really looking forward to?
Outside of Mania, I think that NXT is going to be really good.
Yeah.
I think Ring of Honor
Yeah.
is going to be great.
Yeah.
In terms of Mania, I'm looking forward to Edge and Finn, obviously.
Yeah.
I think the spectacle of Omos and Brock Lesnar will be something that's memorable.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Asuka and Bianca.
Yep.
And
Yep.
obviously, I mean, anything with the bloodline, the Usos versus Sammy and KO, and then Roman and Cody. But I'm going to say one that might upset a couple people.
Okay.
Logan Paul and Seth Rollins.
That match could be the stealer of the night. That match
Yeah.
could steal the show.
Yeah.
And I know I can't, believe me, guys, I can't stand Logan Paul either. But that match could be a showstopper, man, between those two guys. Remember how good that Seth Rollins is at making anyone look good. So I could totally see that. Totally see that. Where that match can way overperform with those two guys. So definitely see that happening. I think there'll be shenanigans with Priest during the Dom versus Ray. Ray said himself that he didn't want to retire until he hit 50. Do you think Ray will help Rhea beat Charlotte? Omos versus Lesnar sleeper. Joey Janela spring break's going to be so good. Effie's big gay brunch. Seth better stomp his head in. True that. Isn't Joey Janela versus Kota Ibushi the main event of that one? Tommy Dreamer's here. Tommy said he's going to get his revenge. Said my team versus it. I can't wait to see this thing. Like I said, I better get a Sandman signing. Better get a Sandman sighting for that. Bully Ray and the Good Hands. Bully Ray and the Goons. The Goons. I refuse to call them the Good Hands. I call them the Goons. Deanna, really? I can't. I can't believe that people are saying that. Like, I think that Kyle Scarborough mentioned the same thing. I can't believe that people are saying that, because we would have gone through all of this, right, with no payoff. And it would be an extremely bold move. Extremely bold move. And the only thing that I could see that leading to would be a rematch at Backlash, and then Cody gets the belt there. But that would take away what would be a huge moment for Cody Rhodes and put it on a much smaller pay-per-view. So I just can't see them doing that. I just can't see them doing it.
Unless that's how you get more people to watch Backlash.
Yeah. I personally would be very, very disappointed if that happened. Very, very disappointed if that happened. I don't know, Deanna. I don't agree. I think that's it. Cody's story is as good as you're going to get. I don't think there's anything else they could do with it. I really don't. I don't think they could build it any more than they did. They had the injury happen to him. They built it from there. He was gone for a while. He came back. I don't really think there's anywhere else they could go. And if he loses, I still think that the bloodline are going to come out and try to interfere. And at that point, I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn show up and stop that from happening. And then Roman, and then it's Roman one-on-one with Cody, and there's no outside interference. Roman always had that outside help to beat people. I don't think that that'll happen. I think Kevin Owens and Sammy will keep them out of there, and I think then that will help Cody win the title. It just, I don't know. It's just all signs to me point that this is the end, and I don't know that furthering that makes it good. But hey, you never know in wrestling. You never know. They could be thinking about it a completely different way than me. This match,
Gosh, it's going to be so good.
is going to be amazing. Cobb versus Moose.
This is going to be so good.
Dude. Cody wants the heavy belt. New title goes to Cody. Roman on SmackDown. Cody on Raw. Oh, you think you think they'll split them? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's a way to look at it, I guess. I don't know. One of the wrestling moments of 2023 is the Canadian Destroyer from Scotland. That was amazing. That was amazing. The internet will burn if Cody loses. I just can't see it. Mania would be ruined if I would tend to agree with you. I think it'd be such a huge letdown that the air would just go out of that building at that point, I think. I don't know that they want that. I really don't know that they want that. So
I'll say this too. Watch out for Heyman with Solo.
yeah. Yeah. You mean like he could? Well, Heyman's going to interfere. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about that. Heyman will throw a belt in there. We'll probably see the ref get knocked out at some point because that happens a lot during Roman's matches too. So, Dana says, do you see the big picture? I see big picture. Roman Reigns will not be wrestling in WWE for his whole life. Roman does what? Yeah, well, Roman is rumored to be taking some time off of wrestling as well. So, yeah, that could be another thing too. The 1,000 days would be at SummerSlam. Cody would lose way too much momentum in the 90. Yeah, see, I just don't see what extending it is going to do. When you look at it from that standpoint, what is extending it going to do? Oh, Moose.
Sporting the baby face look.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's got a little shave in there. See, I think the fall of the bloodline, Deanna, happens all at Mania. I think it happens all at Mania. I think they're going to take that. Owens and Sammy, I think, are going to take their belts. And I think that Cody's going to take his. What is Moose wearing? I'm whatever he wants, Heather. Whatever he damn well wants.
Not gonna lie, it looks like a choir robe from.
He does. Yeah, it kind of does. You're right. Boost. I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree. But one thing that I'm looking to is not a match on the card. I'm looking to Triple H during WrestleMania. This is his first WrestleMania controller creative, and I'd like to see how he does. Yeah, fair enough. Roman is the same age of WWF, WWE legends when they retired. I don't think he's going to retire. I don't quite think he's done wrestling. I think that he might have other things he wants to do. So,
Joe, will you take a look at the private chat?
yeah.
Moose.
That looks good, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. Never before seen Josh Alexander versus Kenta up next. So we're getting the Josh and Kenta match up next. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. we'd really appreciate that. Also, make sure you drop a like on the stream for us tonight, as always. I know you people in the chat usually always do. Please make sure that if you're watching it after, a lot of people watch the show afterwards, you drop a like as well. We'd really appreciate that. Hopefully we get a good amount of likes and subs and stuff over the weekend. We should have pretty good amount of people that might be checking out the show, maybe for the first time. So please make sure you do all that for us. Always helps out with us. I know we're 37 something hundred now, so we're going on to 4,000 subs at some point, which is amazing. We are sitting at, I want to see what our channel is. We are at 3.71K right now, according to YouTube at the studio. There it is, 3717. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. So thank you all for being part of the channel. Again, like I said, please make sure to sub if you're new, and please make sure you drop a like on the streams. And then our schedule. So, of course, tomorrow, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be for SmackDown. And then we will stay with SmackDown. And then right afterwards, we will switch over to the Hall of Fame ceremony. So double dose of us tomorrow night. I think the Hall of Fame thing goes until SmackDown ends at 10. I think the Hall of Fame thing probably will end up going till, I don't know, 11:30, 12-ish. So we'll be on for that entire time. And then we will be back the next day for WrestleMania Night 1. We will start at 7. I'm trying to think. I guess we could just just keep it at 7:45. That should be fine. There might be, I don't think there'll be anything pre-show. Maybe there will, maybe not. But we'll just keep it at 7:45. It's easy enough to remember. So 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Saturday. Same thing on Sunday. And that is WrestleMania. Tazi again has NXT, so make sure you visit him for the NXT watch along. And then, of course, he's got Raw on Monday, which that show should be huge as well. A lot of times that Monday after Raw sets up storylines going forward. You might have returns on that show. They usually save 2 or 3 returns that may happen on that Monday Night Raw. So make sure you join him for that as well. Abby's window Monday could be huge. Be huge. If we have something from Bray, and they might have a ton of stuff to talk about. If there is something happening there from Bray, I'm sure Dom will mark out. He's a big fan of Bray, and if something does go down there, I'm sure he's there live to see it. So that's pretty amazing too. But don't forget about Abby's on Monday at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might be a very, very big Abby's window, depending on what happens with Bray Wyatt. So that is our schedule for the upcoming weekend. So we have a lot of stuff going on. Make sure that you join us. I've heard the Jay theory, but would they really make Jay champ? They didn't make Sammy champ. Was Moose wearing a choir robe? That's what Jeff said too, Jason. Yeah. It did look like that, didn't it? Some people really pee me off, claiming Hacksaw Jim Duggan has died when he literally just tweeted 8 minutes ago of him downtown LA. Yeah, that stupid stuff is ridiculous. Will there be a post-WrestleMania edition of Abby's Win? I don't know. We'll see, right? We could stick around for a little bit. I mean, if there's something huge that happens, we could always stick around and talk about it, because I know it's going to be hard to talk about during the show, because, they'll be going right to another match or something after stuff happens. So we could stick around. Yeah, we could stick around. We won't be around long because, if it happens night 1, that will be, the show ends at 11. We're not going to be sticking around too long, but we can stick around for a little bit. But we'll save a lot of it, of course, for Monday, because that's what Abby's, of course, is for. So, but I'm sure we'll talk about it. Scott D'Amore is here.
There's the man.
The Canadian Destroyer himself. Tommy Dreamer's going to ask Scott D'Amore to be in the match?
Do it, Scott.
Scott D'Amore refused the invite. Tommy said he's going to go put together a team right now. Talking about Josh's injury. We don't need a part-timer like Roman holding the titles anymore. He can do no one to his extended break until SummerSlam and have Cody, who's going to be a full-time champion on both shows. That's why I think Cody wins. They already screwed his fans with a Sammy loss. They won't deny the fans twice. Imagine his dream. Oh, God, if he gets Sandman James, that'd be amazing. I would love to hear that music coming down, see him smashing the beer can off his head one more time. That'd be amazing. WWE is going with Cody, so that's the match. Deanna and Heather going at it in the chat. We're going to have to get a ring bell? Ding. Ding. It's all good. It's all good. You guys can have your own opinions. You never know. Like I said, wrestling is crazy. Things happen. Weird things happen sometimes. You know, we don't know. We don't know. You both make good points. You know, I have my side and my opinion, but you know, both people making good points. It could go either way. You never know. You never know. Kyle Scarborough on his Twitter mentioned that you know, after all this is going on, he said, you know, almost kind of hope Roman wins because it's so very predictable that Cody is going to win, right? So, yeah, you never know. They might throw a little swerve in there. I don't think it'd be smart, but they might. Brandon, they mentioned Ciampa, and Ciampa is not ready to come back. So, no, I don't think we will see anything from Ciampa. I know, Dan. It's all good. It's all good. Roman versus Cody should have just been billed for the WWE title. Cody equals Roman all over again. I don't know. I don't think there's going to ever be another Roman, Steve. So I kind of disagree there. I don't think we're ever going to see another person hold on to that title for that long. So Cody is there to redeem himself and his father's legacy, and that's the whole story. But I don't think that he's going to be a champion for the next 3 years. I don't think that's going to happen. It's a once in a lifetime type thing. I don't think we're going to see that again. Yep, we have to wait till Sunday. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Never before seen, Josh and Kenta. And this is the last title defense of Josh Alexander. This is from Las Vegas. The Bullet Club. Kenta. Did you guys in the chat all pay attention to that? Did you see two people, Deanna and Heather, having a discussion about wrestling, and it was civil? Imagine that. Imagine that. It could actually happen. It's a good example, guys. See? It's a good example. It doesn't always have to be fighting. It doesn't always have to be opposite sides. And, you know, people can really have civil discussions about wrestling. Cody beats Roman at Mania. Cody has it till SummerSlam, and then Gunther beats Cody. Right, time for bed. Nearly 2:30 a.m. Get sleeping now. Night all. Be great. Be safe. And I'm the original Ding. See you, Alicia. Have a good night. The match against Kushida. Did they say how? Yeah, the match. Oh, yeah, okay. The match against Kushida was when he got injured. Yeah. Man, we said this before. You got to feel for Josh. You really do. That sucks. Yeah, he held on to that title for so long, and to lose or to have to give it up because of an injury, that sucks. It sucks. The longest reigning Impact champion of all time for Impact Wrestling. So here we go. We're going to make some introductions.
Pinzer.
Yeah. Daniel Spencer, the one-sleeved referee.
He's about to put up about 25 jump shots and 100 free throws.
He is. I voted for Josh Alexander. Reigning, defending Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander. Would you like to see Josh in WWE? Josh can go anywhere. His style of wrestling can really be, he can really wrestle anywhere. And I think he'd be good anywhere he goes. He's just good at what he does. Great wrestler, and he would be an attribute to anyone anywhere that he would go. I hope he stays in Impact.
Yeah.
I hope he stays in Impact. This breaks my miserable little heart, Josh, having to vacate like this. Yeah, it sucks. And it's really a crappy way to have to give that up. I'm still blown away by the fact that we got to talk to him and his wife, Jade, on New Year's before this all came about.
Not only that, but the length of time that they allowed us to speak with them.
Yep.
And hang out with us was great.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. When you think about it, in our short history that we've had, we got to speak to Thunder Rosa, who went on to become the AEW Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the success that Josh has had. More people should want to talk to us. Apparently, we might be good luck.
Yeah.
We might be good luck for people. Who's another one? Heath. Heath was on our show, and then didn't they win the titles shortly after that?
Yep, they did.
See? We have history here. I mean, these Impact folks should be wanting to come on our show. Apparently, they win gold after they talk to us. Come on, man. Would Josh be given the same opportunities, such as a world champion in WWE? I wouldn't see why not. I wouldn't see why not. The only thing with WWE is WWE loves to make characters. So I don't know what they would do with Josh. Now, they've backed off on that a little bit. Obviously, we saw the whole Piper Niven thing, and she's back to being herself, which is cool. So they've backed on it a little bit, off on that a little bit since Triple H has been in charge. But I just don't know. I don't know what kind of a character they'd want him to be or play. He could do it. Listen, when he was with the North, he was a heel for the longest time. So he can do both very well. So that when you have that kind of versatility, you can succeed almost anywhere. So yeah, this is because Jeff's writing for Impact. Why you mean that they're all getting the titles because he's writing? Hey, listen, If that's helping us out, that's okay.
If I were writing for Impact and I had an end like that, Joe Hendry would have been on here by now.
Oh my God. That's going to happen at some point. I don't know how or when that's going to happen, but that's going to happen at some point. He's going to be on the show. That's going to be amazing. Josh is a beast and would be viewed as a workhorse in WWE if I had to guess. Yeah, great point. I don't want Impact Wrestling working with New Japan because one of New Japan superstars' injury, one of Impact Wrestling superstars. Here's a question, and maybe I'm crazy for asking this, but we know that Josh is the longest reigning Impact champion. But if you had a list of the best champions in wrestling, regardless of promotions, where would you put him in? Not enough sample size. I mean, when you're talking about all-time greats, Mark, you've got to get, all-time greats are great for long, long periods of time. Josh is younger, and he still has a long way to go in his career. So probably fair to ask me that in about 10 or 15 years. Hopefully he can go that long if he wants to. But as of right now, I'd put him up against any of the champions out there. Whether if it's going to be Roman, Cody, whether if you had the ability to make a huge crossover, right, an open door crossover between all the champions of every professional sport wrestling right now. So if you had Josh versus MJF versus Roman Reigns or Cody, whoever happens to win that, versus whoever the champions are on the other shows, I think it would be amazing. Some of the matchups that you can get from that. Could you imagine Josh and MJF? Fantastic match. Can you imagine Josh and if Cody would win? Can you imagine Josh and Cody? I think he could step in there with any of them. I really do. I think he could step in there with any of them. James says Jeff has got the stroke. I remember your interview with Thunder. Great job. Oh yeah, it was so good. She's amazing. She had some stuff that was tremendous. She talked about how she used to set rings up during that interview. It was tremendous. We got lucky. We did, because we started this show when wrestlers were just stuck at home. We were all stuck at home. It was during COVID. So a lot of them weren't able to go anywhere. So we got a little bit lucky because we talked to a lot of these people during COVID, which you're able to reach out. They weren't working as much as they are and stuff now. So it was really an amazing time. And we got to meet some awesome people. Nikita Koloff. Oh my gosh. Yes, Zicky Dice, of course, was on our program. We talked to him. Holodead was awesome. Holodead was awesome. Absolutely loved the interview we had with her. Man, I just could go back and back.
Will Allday.
Oh, Will Allday, yeah, Will Allday from he's now with AEW, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. He was amazing. I just had another one on the tip. Rohit. Oh my God. The conversation we had with Rohit, tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Loved having him on. So we've really had the privilege of getting to talk to some amazing people. And how about Hernandez, Jeff? The Hernandez
that was awesome.
Oh man. Hernandez with us. Again, we got to talk to so many cool people. It's been amazing. It really has been amazing. Want to see Joe Hendry in a world title picture in Impact this year. Josh is not a character. He's the closest thing to another Kurt Angle. Yeah, good point. Imagine Josh and Chad as a wrestling tag team. Ooh. Jeff said fire. Yeah, that's great. I can go long. Yeah, I'm not. It's just Derek. Would we have a character change for Cross? I know a lot of people are complaining about Cross. because they're not really sure, what has happening with him. He's in that battle royal and stuff now too. So I know a lot of people are anxious. He's got a lot of fans, a big fan base for him. I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing with him. I would love to see if Bray and Alexa get together. I would love to see Bray and Alexa against Cross and Scarlett. Love to see it. Love to see it. It'd be amazing intergender match. I think that would be tremendous match. Josh versus Gunther. Ooh, give me that. That would be amazing. Amazing. Josh has the ability to have great matches against anyone. Lots of big name wrestlers can't do that. Very true. Yeah, very true. Heather, agree about Gable, but that's WWE. That's why I'm not convinced about how they would treat him. Look what they've done to Peraza, Ty. Yeah. I get there'd be some skepticism there. Where did Cross work best? I probably have to say NXT. I mean, he was in MLW, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd have to go with NXT. I think I'd have to say NXT. He was tremendous in NXT. Tremendous. He had some amazing matches too. He had that really amazing match with Finn Balor, which was awesome, off the charts. I think after WrestleMania 39, I think Vince will take full control. I don't agree with that at all, Dana. No, I don't agree with that. That stuff's going around again. Oh, Vince is going to be at WrestleMania. I mean, of course he's going to be at WrestleMania. Of course he is. People are embellishing that too. Oh, it's good about making everybody panic. Of course he's going to be at WrestleMania. He's also looking at a sale.
Yeah. I think that's going to ramp up starting after Mania, especially if it's very successful.
Yeah.
I think you'll hear the sale talks ramp up again.
Agreed. Yeah. James saying Impact or MLW for Cross. Yeah, that's right. He was an Impact before too. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, good point. It's a shame that they had that whatever they must have had some kind of bad blood. And that's a shame that happened. He and Scarlett were best in Lucha Underground. Vince will be at Mania and the sky is blue. Yeah, I mean, come on. Of course he'll be there. Of course he'll be there. He's not going to be running anything. That doesn't necessarily mean he's doing anything other than being there. So let's not succumb to the paranoia. Again, that comes from dirt sheets, and dirt sheets like to create paranoia. So just in one ear and out the other. Just let it go. Not going to matter. It's not going to be a big deal. It's his creation. Of course he's going to be there. How much of a moron do you have to be not to know that? Yeah. I mean, he is, of course he's going to be at the show. Biggest show of the year in WrestleMania. So yes, of course he's going to be there. The good thing is, though, you see what's going on, and the fact that Nick Khan was on ESPN. Now, in the past, that would have been Vince. Vince would have been on ESPN, no doubt, and Nick Khan's on there. So that's saying something, right? He knows everything that's going on, the scandal that he went through and things like that. So, it'd be stupid. And one thing billionaires usually aren't is stupid. They've gotten to where they've gotten because of intelligence. So, So, doesn't mean he isn't Brock versus Omos. Not sure where I read Osprey versus Homicide tonight. Oh, well. You mean on this show? I don't know. Maybe they had the initial plans and maybe they changed. But yeah, Dana, no, I do not believe that for a second. I do not believe that for a second. We're coming up on the end of the show. Again, remember, if you joined us late, we are not doing Multiverse tonight. We're not doing a watch along. It's too late. And so we will do it when the price drops for it, and we can all watch it, and it'll be cheaper. But we'll do it on a Sunday. We'll get the date out for you once this WrestleMania stuff finishes up. We'll let you know when. It could even be the following Sunday. We'll see. We go around our schedules and stuff like that, and Jeff with the kids and stuff. So we'll see how when we'll do it. But we'll definitely do the watch along for it. Again, I know a lot of you are going to see the results and things like that. So, and that's cool. But we will still do it. I've forgotten how bloody annoying it is watching Impact with adverts. At least we're not getting to see those horrendous commercials.
Very true.
I'd rather the black screen, to be honest. WWE Superstore is trending on Twitter, and they got the show Superstore on. Oh God, I don't even know what WWE Superstore would be. They have WWE Shop. I don't know why that would be trending. That's weird. So we got about 10 minutes or so left. We'll have the end of this match, and then we will be getting out of here for the night. And again, like I said, remember, 7:45 for the next 3 nights, basically. So tomorrow night, SmackDown, and then the Hall of Fame. And I'm really interested to see who inducts Andy Kaufman. I really hope that it'll be Jerry the King Lawler. It just fits, and I really hope that that's the case. We'll probably get to see some clips of that, maybe of that confrontation between those two. So I'm really interested to see who does that, and also, of course, to see who did we get all of the people announced.
I know Tim White was announced.
Okay.
For the Warrior Award.
Okay. And Flair is inducting who? Muda.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the thing when Mick Foley's inducting someone? That must have been a rumor.
I don't know.
That's weird. Yeah, must have been a rumor that was going around all over the place before, but who knows? Oh, and Stacy Keibler.
Yep.
Yeah, Stacy Keibler is being inducted in the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Stacy was a big part of wrestling in many ways, in a pioneer really for the women, so well deserved for Stacy Keibler. Are you going to watch along WrestleMania 1 and 2? Yes, both nights. You mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have a watch along on Saturday and a watch along on Sunday. Yep, absolutely. When do they go? So they started what, 8? And go to, are they going to go 8 to 12 both days? Or 8 to, not sure.
8 to 11. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Craziness begins tomorrow. Yes, it does. Nice suplex there from Josh. He goes for the cover 2 and a kick out by Kenta. Is it being televised? The Hall of Fame on Peacock, I believe.
Let's look it up and see.
I believe it's on Peacock. Time to consult Mr. Google.
Yep.
WWE Hall of
Peacock.
Yeah, I figured. What time is it? Does it say?
10.
Yep. So right after SmackDown. Yep. So if you're going to come out and do the watch along, or come out to the watch along for SmackDown tomorrow, then you'll just have to switch over to Peacock right afterwards. And yeah, so we'll pick it up right from there. I think the last time we did the Hall of Fame, it went from 10 to midnight. If I want to,
I think it was like a 2-hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So all in all, our stream will be 4 hours tomorrow, from 8 to 12. Wow, what a kick from Josh. Do you have SmackDown and Rampage normal time and Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor?
Just doing SmackDown tomorrow night.
Yeah, we are doing SmackDown. SmackDown is at its normal time, yes. So SmackDown comes on at 8 Eastern time. Rampage, I'm not sure. I don't know. The AEW folks can tell me that. Is Rampage tomorrow as well? And then Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. That's tomorrow also, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but that's in the afternoon. I'm pretty sure that's in the afternoon. I think when I went and looked that up, I think that the start time of that's in the afternoon. Of course, then again, it could be all messed up because it's California time too. Yeah, start time for that is, I'll tell you in a second. 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that is 1 p.m. our time. So yeah, so that's in the afternoon. That's Pacific time, of course, at 4 p.m. It's a 4 p.m. start. It'll be 1 o'clock then here.
7.
No,
Yeah.
no, wait. We're ahead. Oh no,
It's
we're
7.
ahead of
It'll be 7.
Sorry, 7. Yeah, we're ahead of them. Yeah, so it starts at 7. So it is gonna run. Yeah, so it's gonna run alongside SmackDown, basically. Yeah. Yep. Here comes Kenta into the corner. Oh. Rampage is on at 3 a.m. Well, if that's for you, if that's your time, 2, 1, 12, 11. So that's on normal time. It's on at 10. Okay. That's on at the same time that the Hall of Fame thing's going on.
Oh.
Close.
Very close.
Very close. Kicked out at 2.
This has been really good.
Yeah. Kenta saying it's over. Kenta's got him up across his shoulders, but Josh comes out with some elbows and now some forearms. And Kenta with some chops. ROH card looks good. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I'm really curious to see if Vincent and Dutch show up there. I really am. I'm pretty close to like 99% convinced that they will.
Time to go to sleep.
Oh, reversed it into the ankle lock. Life of a UK wrestling fan. Gotta love it. This weekend is Wrestling Central. Yes, it is. Josh's head off that top turnbuckle, reversed it around, gets it. Oh, man. Jeff, if they, let's say that, oh, Josh looks like he had a busted nose.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
Jeff, let's just say in another world here, let's say Josh got his injury after this match. Mm-hmm. Would you rather see Kenta or Kushida go up against Macklin?
I think I'd still rather see Kushida.
Okay.
And I don't know why, because I love Kenta. But maybe, yeah, I'm thinking Kushida.
Okay.
What about you?
That's a tough call, dude.
It is tough.
I think to fit the storyline, I agree with you. I do think Kushida just fits the storyline better.
Yeah.
Because obviously, just which wrestlers, which I think, Kushida just fits the story better against what Macklin is. But man, Kushida against Macklin would have been an amazing match too. C4 spike. It's probably over 2, 3, and there it is. That is the last title defense. Sucks to say it, for Josh Alexander. So there it is. Josh has to relinquish the title with the injury. Matchup sunrise. Yep. Good call. Who would Vincent and Dutch go up against on Ring of Honor?
Quite a few teams that
There are. Hope WWE doesn't pull a fast one on us on Saturday, because you know what Saturday is, right? April Fool's Day. Could you imagine? Oh my God, Jeff. Could you imagine? This would be sadistic. Could you imagine they start the show and they start playing Bray Wyatt's theme? And then they stop it, and then you see a big thing come up. You see, what if you saw a big thing come up on the screen and it cuts to the funhouse, and Bray's in the funhouse and goes, "Hello, April Fools," and then it just cuts. Oh my God!
Man.
Everybody be so mad. Oh my God! That'd be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious.
It would be.
Oh man. They're going over the Multiverse card. Moose and Jeff Cobb's going to be a banger. Fred Rosser, Alex Coughlin, Callahan and PCO, Eddie Edwards, Joe Hendry, Tom Lawler, and JR Kratos. Masha against Deanna, against Giselle, against Miyu. Whoever wins that gets challenges for the title.
Yep.
Trey versus Frankie versus Rich versus Kevin Knight versus Clark Connors versus Rocky Romero.
Wow.
Division scramble for the title.
Wow.
Bullet Club, Aussie Open, TMDK, and MCMG for the tag team title. Kenta and Suzuki. My gosh.
God.
That's for the strong openweight title. Leo Rush and Kushida. Dude, this card. Wow. Tanahashi against Mike Bailey. Good Lord.
Oh, man, this card.
Oh, my God. Yeah, man, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And there's the last ad for the show on Fight TV, which is where you can check that out if you're going to stay up for it. Otherwise, like I said, we will be doing a watch along for this, which, like I said, we'll schedule it on a Sunday. So if you don't watch or, whatever, you can come out and check it out. You can just watch it again if you watched it the first time. So I'm sure it's going to probably be that good. So we will be doing that for sure. All right, guys, that is that. That is it for that. It was pretty much just a preview show for Multiverse. So we had some good matches though in there. We got to see some good stuff. That match with Josh and Kenta was amazing. Killer Kelly and Miyu as well was very good. So so pretty much just we had a little bit of a BS session, so that was good. That's fun. I love April Fool's pranks. There'll be a lot. There's always a lot of them on the internet. The trolls love to come out and do like things that really, really piss people off on April Fool's Day. Mm-hmm. Is Miyu signed with Impact or just come over from New Japan? I don't know if she's signed for sure. I don't know.
I don't think she's signed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Enjoyed seeing Miyu. It is going to be a special event. I hope they do it again next year. I don't see why not. They seem to have a good working relationship with Impact, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do it again. So there you go. The start of a huge, huge weekend for WrestleMania and for WWE and for AEW, for ROH, for all of the indie promotions that are out there, and everyone else that is going to be doing so much stuff over this weekend out on the West Coast. NXT, obviously, too. So I guess I'm headed over to Fight for the pre-show. I'll wait for the watch along. Cool, Heather. Yeah, it'll be cool. We'll you guys can all join us. I know a lot of you will want to see the results, or maybe some of you already have bought it and they're going to check it out and enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be really, really good. But yeah, we'll do this at a different time. It'll be fun. We'll do it on a Sunday. Like I said, nothing really happens too much on a Sunday anyway, so it'll be a good night for us to do it. So we definitely will do it. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for tonight. Thanks for coming out and joining us for this. Again, didn't really know what it was going to be. I kind of thought there'd maybe be more matches and stuff, but I get why there wasn't. make sure you come out and enjoy and join us. So, of course, tomorrow, like I said, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for SmackDown, and then followed by the Hall of Fame ceremony for WWE. We will be doing that back to back. So join us for that. Saturday, WrestleMania Night 1. 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that. Join us for that on Saturday, and Sunday, WrestleMania Night 2, same time. And then, of course, Monday, Abby's Window, which will be big if we get something from Bray Wyatt. So, all right, guys, there you go. We are done. Have a great rest of your night. Please stay safe. Enjoy the wrestling this weekend, whatever you choose to watch. And hopefully we will see you all again for our next show, which is tomorrow night at 7:45 for SmackDown. Have a great one, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night, everybody.